In a purple Angela Kelly outfit, she attended the commissioning ceremony in Portsmouth for her namesake ship, HMS Queen Elizabeth, the largest and most powerful vessel ever built for the Royal Navy. As its lady sponsor, she declared she would always have a special link with the ship, its company and their families, and described the 65,000-ton carrier as the best of British. The 91-year-old monarch braved the 10 a.m. South Western Railway service from London Waterloo to Portsmouth Harbour to get to the ceremony, sitting in a cordoned-off first-class compartment with 5 aides during the hour-and-a-half train journey, to the amazement of many commuters who have suffered regular delays on the route since South Western, a collaboration between UK transport firm First Group and MTR, which runs the Hong Kong Metro, took over the franchise in the summer. The Queen's train was bang on time. Aides were unsure how much the head of state, who did not return by rail, paid for her ticket. A first-class single is £60.90, but she might have got it cheaper on a senior citizen's rail card or a group discount. Accompanied by Princess Anne in naval uniform, the Queen used a specially installed lift to take her up to the hangar deck, where 3,700 guests including families and VIPs had the ship's commanding officer, Captain Jerry Kidd, bring her into the ceremony, sheltered mercy from the rain and wind. Outside, Defence Secretary Gavin Williamson was among the guests, but Prime Minister Theresa May pulled out on Wednesday because of Brexit negotiations. A few hundred yards away, Nelson's flagship HMS Victory stood proudly in dry dock beneath the gunmetal grey skies. Getty. Queen Elizabeth II attended the commissioning ceremony of HMS Queen Elizabeth at HM Naval Base. Getty's Queen Elizabeth launched today. We should be really proud as a country. This has been a national endeavour, Captain Jerry Kidd. In a speech, the Queen said, "We are gathered here in Portsmouth today, just a short distance from HMS Victory, a flagship of our seafaring past and a reminder of the debt we owe to the Royal Navy, which for more than 500 years has protected the people of this country and our interests around the world." Like HMS Victory, HMS Queen Elizabeth embodies the best of British technology and innovation, a true flagship for the 21st century. The most powerful and capable ship ever to raise the white ensign, she will in the years and decades ahead represent the country's resolve on the global stage. She praised the sailors who will crew the 280 meters long carrier, which can support 48 aircraft, and added, as the daughter, wife and mother of naval officers, I recognize the unique demands our nation asks of you, and I will always value my special link with HMS Queen Elizabeth, her ship's company and their families. It was the sort of ceremony that the sailors in her family, the now retired Second World War veteran Prince Philip, and her son Prince Andrew, who served in the Falklands conflict in 1982, might have loved to attend. Thursday, December 7, 2017, Queen Elizabeth launches Royal Navy's largest warship. Getty. The Queen surveyed the troops as the HMS Elizabeth set sail. She told the ship's company, "The Lord High Admiral, the Duke of Edinburgh, joins me in wishing you well in all your endeavours." The ceremony was organised to commission the carrier into the fleet, but the Aircraft Carrier Alliance confirmed that the Royal Navy had formally accepted the ship today, meaning it had been handed over to the Ministry of Defence. Mr. Williamson said the commissioning ceremony marks the start of a hugely significant chapter for the Royal Navy, with another aircraft carrier, HMS Prince of Wales, to follow. He added, "Our new aircraft carrier is the epitome of British design and dexterity, at the core of our efforts to build an armed forces fit for the future. For the next half a century, both carriers will advance our interests around the globe, providing the most visible symbol of intent and commitment to protect the UK from intensifying threats, wherever they may come." CPT Kidd said it was an historic day that marked the culmination of over a decade of work and paid tribute to the thousands involved in the creation of the aircraft carrier, which he said reflected the truly national nature of this endeavour. On the Queen's arrival, the national anthem was played before she, along with Anne, inspected a guard on parade path vessel named after the Queen is 920 feet long and has an estimated half a century working life. The members of the ship's company gave 3 cheers to Queen Elizabeth II during the ceremony. The Queen then received the royal salute as the white ensign was raised for the first time on the flight deck, broadcast into the hangar on large screens. An audible sigh of relief could be heard from the ship's company as the ensign, initially slightly entangled, opened out wide and flew freely in the wind. On show were cakes created for the event, including a model of the carrier and others depicting the Queen and sailors on parade, including one who has fallen on his face after fainting. That was mirrored in the real ceremony when a young female rating fainted just as the Queen was arriving at the jetty in Portsmouth, the naval base. The ceremony finished with the commanding officer's wife, Dr. Karen Kidd, and the youngest member of the ship's company, Stuart Calloway, 17, from Linden, Devon, cutting the main cake. The ship-shaped cake made from 20 fruit cakes will now go on permanent show at the Tri-Service Catering School at Worthy Down near Winchester, Hampshire. Afterwards, the Queen met members of the ship's company and their families and enjoyed lunch on board before departing.